everybody. So the Ford Explorer for 2018. Wow, what a beautiful mid-size SUV. That's exactly what it is, folks. It's a mid-size SUV. And with all that being said, this particular one here, the reason why I picked it is it's just really good looking. It looks sporty, and it's got some nice little extras on it as well. And we'll take a look at all that today. Now, first off, the color on here, this white, it looks really good the way the sun is shining on it right now. It's got some pearlescence in the paint, and just makes it stand out so much more. Also, one thing I like about the front end on the Explorer with the white, the contrast here from the grille. The Explorer logo matches up nice with the gray down here on the bottom. Everything just kind of looks really nice and clean on the front of this car. Also, your headlights, you got some LED lighting going on up here. You got your LED daytime running lights on the bottom right there. That'll shine up nice at nighttime and during the day, but right now it's a little bit bright outside so you can't see them. You got sensors right on the front bumper there. Now, this particular Explorer doesn't have a camera right up under the logo, so, you know, doesn't have every little feature possible on it, but still a lot of great safety features. Now, I always tell y'all to go in the comments section and leave me your feedback, and a lot of times people comment on these videos that actually own maybe ones exactly like this or similar to it, so it's nice to be able to read what people have to say. That's sometimes why I do this stuff. I enjoy reading what y'all have to say about these cars. Now, the alloy wheels, first off, are the same exact color as the front grille and all that, which is kind of cool. I like that. They look like, yep, they're 20-inch in size, so they're pretty big wheels on here. You got hand-cooked tires there. We don't charge extra for the grass and dirt, but we do got a nice-looking set of hand cooks, nice-looking set of 20-inch wheels, and I like how the brake calipers back there are silver, so they really stand out nice behind that big wheel. It really does. And then you'll notice here on the fender flares, it almost looks gray, but it's not. It's a like kind of a matte black finish here going around, and then man, that's a good shot to be able to see all those pretty pearls and metallics in the white paint. Now, the Explorer hasn't changed a whole lot. It really hasn't. I mean, this body style here has been around, it seems like, for a decade. But it hasn't been around a decade yet. But again, you see them on the road all the time. I mean, they're just such a popular mid-size SUV. It's a great price range car. I mean, they got them, you know, you can buy these pre-owned for $20,000, $25,000 in this body style. And you can get one that rolls all the way up to maybe even $50,000, depending on how you want it equipped. So that's one nice thing, all the different trim level packages you can get on the Ford Explorer. So lots of different extra options and things like that. The rear end looks good. There's not a whole lot of changes though from 2017 to 2018. Now 2019 may be a different year for the Explorer. I haven't heard yet, but they may have a new body style coming very soon. Usually the auto manufacturers change those things up every 5 years or so. So the gray also extends right on the back here. You got your backup camera there. Looks like you'll notice something right under the camera there. That's actually a little water squirter, so it can clean off that that camera. The new 2018 Expedition inside has that as well. Does have power tailgate back there, so you can hit that from the key fob and open it up, or you just hit the button underneath. You have dual exhaust, backup sensors as well on the back, and this is nice to have here, so when you're loading things in and out, it doesn't actually hit the bumper and scratch it up too bad. You do got third row seats. Are going to come standard in the back of pretty much every Explorer. They're right there, and when you lay them down, they're pretty flat. This one's got captain row seats right here in the back, so another great feature. Also getting dual sunroofs, and we got a dog in the background that started barking because he heard me over here talking. Well, I'll be darned. All right, drop that down. Let's look at the other side. Now, something I always do on a car review is I'm going to talk about price. So if you don't want to hear about price, you want to go ahead and skip over for the next 1 minute or so. But let's go ahead and talk about it because it is very important. Ravenel Ford puts these orange big old window stickers on here. You see $46,495 is manufacturer's retail. Discount $1,966. 98 over invoice is $44,529. $1,000 rebate, easy price of $43,529. If you finance a Ford Motor Credit, it's another $500. You'll notice here, no dealer add-ons, rust-proofing, paint sealing, undercoating, closing dock feeds, etc. Okay, you know, dealer add-ons are like, you know, when the dealerships add on tinted windows, you know, mud flaps. Maybe they add on, you know, the rails on the bottom, or body side moldings, or the rubber mats on the inside. There's all kinds of different add-ons you can get on a vehicle. Ravenel Ford doesn't do that. So what does that tell you on dealer add-ons, not adding those on? Well, first off, not everybody wants to pay for dealer add-ons. I mean, let me ask you a question real quick. Have you ever been to a car dealership and bought a new car and it had those dealer add-ons that maybe added up to $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 or $3,000, and you said, hold on a minute. I mean, the car's already expensive as it is. Now we got $2,000, $3,000 of add-ons added onto it. I don't want to pay for those. They're not something I want. I mean, I don't want to pay $800 for some kind of wax on the car, right? You know, so that's the nice thing about Ravenel Ford. They don't add that stuff on, and that really makes the car buying process easier. I mean, you don't have to sit there and negotiate off on all that thing. So if you want them, add them on. If you don't, have at it. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the interior, see what we got going on the inside. We're going to go ahead and start in the back seats. Open up this back door. One thing I'll tell you I really like about the this particular Explorer, it's got a nice little combination of suede and leather on the inside. As you can see here, you got leather or suede and that red stitching right there on the door panel. I always like too that they have bottle holders down here. And then look at these seats in the back. It's a little tough to see with the sun, but beautiful seat. I mean, they're soft. I mean, that's a lot of suede they have right there. I'm assuming it's real suede. I don't think that's like some kind of synthetic stuff here. I mean, it feels like real leather and real suede. Let's go ahead and hop in. There's your dash and all, right? Nice little setup up there. Looks good. You got a massive screen. I mean, look at that big old screen up there. You got two more right there in front of that steering wheel. So, I mean, a lot of cool LCD screens inside, a lot of technology, you know, with the sync system. You got the start-stop engine button, you got heated seats. You know, there's just so many cool features on the Explorer. And again, you got these dual sunroofs. There's one there, and there's another one back here. A little tough to see right now, but yeah, there's a sunroof right there. In the back here, you got rear air controls. You can change the temperature back here, USB ports, all that stuff. 12 volt, looking for the USBs. I'm not seeing them, the cup holders. Well, that's kind of odd. I don't see the USB ports in the back. Got about everything else back here, but I don't see the USBs. All right, well, we're going to find them. Let's go ahead and hop up front. Somebody commented on my Ford Explorer video last week on a different one I did, and they said, you know, just not a very comfortable car. Well, let's go ahead and have a seat for ourselves. I mean, first off, you got all these power options on the seat. Power lumbar supports a 10-way power seat with lumbars. I mean, so that's going to help it be a little more comfortable. Let's go ahead and hop in. Again, I weigh, and I hate to say this, but I weighed myself a few days ago. I weigh 219 pounds. I'm 6'1", so I'm a pretty decent sized fella. And as you can see here, headroom is good to go. Got plenty of headroom, and definitely helps out a little bit more with the sunroofs up top. And I mean, realistically, the seat seems to be pretty comfortable for the most part. Man, those dogs just won't be quiet. Anyways, so I mean, so far, I mean, again, I haven't driven one of these things for a week straight or gone on a 6-hour drive or anything like that. But I will tell you, what's uncomfortable right now is having all that heat on my back. And even though it's wintertime right now, the temperature is a little bit warm outside, and this car is a little warm here. So we're going to turn that down. I love how when you hit the buttons and things, the stuff pops up on the screen there, like the heated steering wheel. I mean, you got a heated steering wheel in your car. I mean, another great feature. You got these great looking LCD screens here. Leathers were wrapped up onto the steering wheel. That feels good. I like how it kind of just wraps you around inside the car here. So you got a nice big windshield to see out. Not bad. So, I mean, right now I'm thinking it's pretty comfortable. The armrest is in good size. Plenty of space down in the armrest, and you do have more power and USB ports there. And if you needed more, right there, there's your USB in there, and a power outlet, and more cubby hole spots as well. Start stop engine button, dual climate control. You know, Ford really does put a lot of nice standard features on their vehicles. That's definitely for sure. Up top, you got sunglass holders, LED lighting up here, home link, mirrors look good, microphone, oh crap handles. So what I could tell you is if you're buying a new Explorer, you definitely, if you get the XLT model like this, you're definitely getting a lot of nice, you know, stuff, a lot of nice amenities, I would say, with this vehicle. So, and pretty roomy as well. All right, so real quickly, everybody, let's go ahead and look at a few things in the sync system here, right? We're gonna go ahead and put the vehicle in reverse, take a look at the backup camera. There's your camera right there. I love how the guidelines are on there and they move while you're moving the steering wheel here, as you can see. So that's a great feature. Nothing new. I mean, that's been around for several years now with the guidelines and all. I like how they got the vehicle right there and you can see exactly the little outline going on. So if you're backing up too close, it starts lighting up in there to let you know. That's nice. What does the plus button do? Well, that gives you like a top-down view. That's great if you got a tow package back there and you need to hook up your trailer. So, and you got that view. So just 2 camera views on this particular Explorer. Put it back in park. Let's go ahead and take a look in here. Of course it's touchscreen as you just saw, but let's touch it and see what we got going on. Hit the home button. Navigation here, you know, you can have radio over there, heated steering wheel, you know, apps, climate, phone, all this stuff. I mean, this is pretty intuitive, folks. I mean, and it looks good, right? It's nice and crisp. It's easy and legible to read. Everything looks really nice. You got apps right there. Add a device, find mobile, Sirius XM travel link. That's it for the moment right on there. Don't have anything else going on. You can hit settings though, and sound, clock, Bluetooth phone, 911, general, mobile apps, navigation, general, language. You're only gonna get 3, English, Espanol, and French, okay? So you got that. You can change the temperatures, all that, touch screen beep. I mean, there's tons of cool, you know, little things in here that you can do. And if you even get one that's more loaded up, you know, it's like fully loaded on an Explorer. I mean, it'll have like, you can change the ambient lighting colors on the interior for the ambient lighting, all that stuff. So that's not too bad. Climate. You can go full screen with nav. You can pinch just like that. Pull out. Not bad at all. So a lot of great stuff. You can hit menu, screen view, traffic list, navigation, where am I, all that. So tons of great features inside of this system here in the Ford Explorer. So before we go today, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Let's go ahead and pop these sunroofs open, take a look at them. We're going to do this. There's some buttons right up the top, and as you can see, we're opening that up. Now we're opening the sunroom up completely so you can see exactly what's going on here. Okay, and then if you want to do the back one, there's another button. The back sunroof, though, just so you know, does not open up at all, okay? It's just really a sunroof where you can see out the back. So the only part that's open is right there. It does have a windscreen. Okay, that's going to help with wind noise and things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then you can hit it one time on the button and it'll close right on back up. So that's what we call one-touch settings, which is pretty sweet. So I'm liking that. You know, what would a review be without actually driving the car? Let's go ahead and drive it right now and see what she cruises like. And yeah, let's see how the suspension feels and all that good stuff. So we got the vehicle in drive. Again, it's a V6 up under the hood. Let's go ahead and see how it feels. We're not going to take it on a real far test drive. We're really just going to kind of cruise around at the dealership here. They got a bunch of land, so there's definitely enough room to ride around a little bit and see how things feel. And we're kind of trying to get through a tight parking spot here. We got a truck here and a Ford Focus there. All right, we're good, we're good. We're good. You know, one thing I noticed is that I like on the Explorer is I like how the hood just kind of jets down like that, so it's not too big, it's not too far out there. The wipers on the Explorer do a great job. Check this out. They clean that window off very nicely. There's one in the back as well. And let's take it around this corner here. It's pretty quiet on the inside, not too loud. So can't hear a whole lot of noise. I mean, once we got in the car, couldn't hear those dogs barking back there behind us anymore. So that's pretty quiet. Feels pretty good, definitely V6. The door's just locked when we hit about 10 miles per hour. So there's settings on that. Obviously it's telling me to put my seatbelt on. But churning feels good. I mean, going down that bump there didn't feel too bumpy. I mean, a little bit, it's normal, but yeah, not bad. And it's a little torquey, yeah. I would definitely suggest going out and test driving a Ford Explorer if you're in the market for a midsize SUV. They look good. I mean, new body style here, you know, just, well, it's not that new, but just this body style in general looks great. And it's got a lot of great features in it. I can't really give you too much of a review on the comfort of the vehicle because, you know, I'm not driving it for a week or, you know, or traveling in it or anything like that. But it's easy to turn. I mean, I'm coming through a tight parking area right now. Turn radius feels good. And let's go ahead and back it up and see how she does. And another thing that's nice too is Ford's got a pretty decent amount of colors to pick from on the Explorer. So you can find just the right color combination that you may like. See, we're getting close to that Ford Edge right now. Let's see what we can do. So we're pretty much right there where we need to be. Alright everybody, so here's some of my final thoughts on the Explorer, right? If you're out there searching to buy a midsize SUV, definitely check it out. Always remember that on American SUVs like the Ford Explorer, there'll always be some incentives available, there'll always be some rebates available, and you know, if you don't want to buy a 2018, if they got some 2017s on the lot, you'll probably be able to get a lot better deal on a 2017 versus 2018, depending on, you know, if you're buying it before just all the 2017s are gone. But yes, you know, like I just showed you, even a 2018 that just arrived, you know, a couple weeks ago, still got incentives, still got rebates. You know, the American car companies always seem to be given extra incentives and rebates. Now, you may say, well, that's gonna really mess me up because, you know, the car is gonna drop its value after buying it and I'm gonna be upside down on my car loan and all that. That's not necessarily always true, just so you know that, all right? You don't have to be upside down in your car loan one bit at all. First off, if you put a decent amount of money down on a vehicle, that'll help you not be upside down. And it'll lower your car payments. The other thing too, don't finance at 72 months or 60 months, right? A lot of people nowadays seem to be financing at 60 and 72 months on the financing. When you bump your loan up to 72 months, yes, it does lower the payments because you're stretching out the loan, but at the same time, that's how you become upside down because you've done stretched out the loan so long, and I tell you, 5 years later, you're like, holy crap, I still owe a bunch of money on this car. So don't always do that. Sometimes it's better to do that 48 months, you know, somewhere right around there. Yes, the car payments will be higher, but you're gonna pay the car off a lot quicker. Interest rates are always a little bit better on smaller, you know, terms on the car loans. So think about that. And listen, another good thing about rebates is if you do have a car that you're gonna trade in and you owe money on it, maybe you're upside down $2,000 or $3,000 on your current car loan, right? Well, guess what? With the incentives and the rebates available, that becomes a good thing because the car dealership will be able to kind of move the numbers around a little bit to make the finance company say, all right, we got a deal here, let's make it happen. So they can kind of move the numbers around to compensate for what you're upside down in on your current car loan. But unfortunately, sometimes doing that, it's gonna put you upside down on the next one. So it's always good to try to pay your car off or put a big chunk of money down, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 down always seems to help. But you know, hey, in the economy and the world we live in right now, not everybody's got $2, $3, $4, $5 grand just sitting there in a banking account to put down on a car. So anyways, that's just, some people do, some people don't. But definitely come check it out. Have a great day, everybody. And if you got any questions, or if you're not sure of exactly what I'm talking about with something, send me a comment. I'll be more than welcome to kind of clear things up in the comment section there, or maybe do another recap video about that. We'll see you soon. As always, check my friends out at ravenelford.com and like, comment, and hit that red subscribe button on Charleston Car videos. We'll see you soon.